it's been forever, I know, but I don't feel that bad because I had midterms, and then right after midterms I had finals, but I feel like it's been forever, and I apologize, but I'm back. So welcome to Josh's Macaron Monday Christmas special. This is going to be a 3-part special. I'm going to go over 3 different Christmas flavors. I know it's very rushed because Christmas is just in a few days, but there's nothing I can do because my break just started, so I'm filming this probably like a day or 2 before you see this. And I also apologize if the sound isn't that great because I forgot to bring my pop filter back from school, so I don't know how this mic is going to work. So we shall see. But without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, we are going to be making these things. These things are very cute. They are perfect for Christmas. They're red and whitish, and it's just so pretty. These are Peppermint Candy Macarons. They have peppermint extract flavoring in the shell, and then inside the filling they have crushed candy cane. So they're super easy to make, and they are super delicious. Of course, before you begin, you need to collect the ingredients. The ingredients, like always, will be listed down below in the description. So first, put all your dry ingredients together. The dry ingredients are the almond meal, the powdered sugar, and the salt. So just these 3 things. What I did was I put them in a blender and then mixed it until it's more powdery, because sometimes the almond meal will have chunks in it, and you don't want that, and either you're gonna have to discard that in the end, reuse it, or something, but I find it's just easier to put everything in a blender, blend it all up so it's nice and fluffy, and then pour it into a bowl and then mix. It's also a good idea to sift here if you have time. The more you sift, the better, as always. Then go ahead and set that aside, and now we're going to deal with our eggs. So for the eggs, we only want whites. We're going to separate our egg whites from the yolks, leave the eggs in our mixing bowl, and then put in 40 grams of superfine sugar. Now, using a whisk attachment, we're going to beat this into a nice meringue. So you want to start at a slow speed and gradually increase your speed up to a medium-high until your egg mixture becomes nice and fluffy and holds stiff peaks. Now is the tricky part. We're going to have to put everything together and fold everything together. So first, put your peppermint extract into your egg mixture, and don't mix. And then take your dry ingredients and sift those all also into the egg mixture. Now, using a silicone spatula, you're going to very gently fold your dry ingredients into the egg mixture. And you want to do this as efficiently and as cleanly as possible. You don't want to overmix, you don't want to undermix. A good folding technique is going around the edge and then pushing down towards the middle. It gets everything moving together without disturbing it too much. Finally, what you're looking for is when you lift your your macaron batter now out of the bowl, it's going to sort of clump downwards. It's not really going to have a nice, beautiful ribbon. It's going to clump downwards and slowly flow back into the shape of the bowl. Once that is done, we're going to take a piping bag fitted with a big round tip. You don't want it to be too big or it's just going to glob out, but you don't want it to be too small either because you don't want it to have to like pinch through the hole. And then you're going to take some red food coloring, and using a thin-tipped brush, you're going to make brush strokes along the inside of your piping bag. 4 strokes, like evenly spaced around the bag. And they're just going to go from the tip of the bag all the way to the end of the bag. And what this is going to do is it's going to create like a mint candy-like striped pattern on your macarons, hopefully. And yeah. So then just fill your batter into your piping bag and then pipe into little quarter-sized rounds, probably a little larger than quarter size. These are going to spread out, so you don't want to like make huge, giant clumps. When they're all nice and piped out, go ahead, tap your pans on the counter a couple times just to get the air bubbles out. And then now we want to leave these on the counter for, I usually say 30 minutes, but because it's winter time and it's very humid, I find that 30 minutes is not enough, and even an hour is not enough. What you really want to do is set your pans out on a counter and take a fan and just blow the fan over your macarons. This will increase the speed of drying. And this is very, very important. This used to be the easy step, now it's not, because it just requires so much time to dry out. You want to make sure that the surface is dry to the touch, and when you touch the surface of your macarons, they don't stick to your finger. That's when you know your macaron is done. You don't want to pop them into the oven before that, or else I guarantee you 100% they will crack. This is very important. Make sure they're dry. Once your macarons are shelled properly, make sure your oven is at temperature between 300 and 305 degrees Fahrenheit, and you might need to test your oven to see what your ideal temperature is, and then just pop them in for 18 to 20 minutes or until they lift almost cleanly off of the pan. Then just pull your pans out and let them cool. Now, set that aside, and while that cools, we're gonna make the filling. So for the filling, what you wanna do is put your butter into the stand mixer with a paddle attachment and just mix until it's nice and fluffy. Then go ahead and sift in your powdered sugar and continue mixing, and make sure now it is at a low speed. You don't wanna mix on too high of a speed. Then finally add in your vanilla extract, and if necessary, add in also your heavy cream to get it to the right consistency. Now for the fun part, we're gonna take a candy cane that has been unwrapped. We're gonna break it into pieces, stick it into a little plastic baggie, close the bag tightly, wrap it around a few times, and I did it on the table, but it didn't really work. You wanna really find a hard surface like a ground, or go outside and do this, and take a heavy object like a hammer and just crush that candy cane into bits. We're looking for kind of an almost powdery kind of thing. You don't want big chunks. It's okay if they're like little chunks because it gives a little bit of crunch, but you don't want big chunks in there. So once your candy cane is nice and crushed up, go ahead, pour that into your buttercream and just mix it in. You can hand mix, you don't need to use a mixer. Once your macarons have cooled, go ahead, fill your filling into a piping bag fitted with a similar tip from before, and then just go ahead and pipe little mounds onto the center of your macarons and sandwich 2 cookies together, and there you have it, your delicious, cute peppermint candy macarons. They are delicious. It's great because you get the candied peppermint taste from the candy inside, and then in the shell you also get that awesome peppermint flavor from the extract. It's just great. And then you get a little bit of crunch from the candy cane and the sweetness from the buttercream. It just all works, and it looks so cute. So this is perfect for any holiday kind of thing. Go ahead, try it out. Let me know how it goes. If you like it, give this video a thumbs up, I guess. And I guess tune in for the other 2 parts. They will probably be coming out on YouTube in a few minutes, hopefully. But yeah, if you like my macaron holiday videos this year, let me know, and I'll make more holiday videos in the future, whenever that is. And also, if you have any macaron suggestions, always feel free to message me, to comment below. I've gotten a lot of requests, but I haven't really had time to get to them, and I promise you they are coming soon. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me and find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, although I don't use it, Instructables. I post all of my recipes on Instructables with listed out step-by-step instructions that are super easy to follow. So just go ahead and take a look there, and you're all set. I hope you all have a great holidays. Tune in for part 2 of this video, and I shall see you in a few minutes. Goodbye.